Katonga faction Salama Musumba kede Harold Kaija Dr. George Okelo Kwaro George kede Otiko Menatin Studio Amitu miyokare but adum Dr. George Okelo Kwaro me gonyo no nok summary dake habit ngwame Dr. Besigye obiruko but miyokare but Francis Mijije dake hachela rio kede Oboni Gongson kede Sala Musumba Otega muchimu inamba note abiro abisia aboro note abora deg Airtel tin note abiro abisha bit aboro note aboro a day. But before I give opportunity to Dr. Ekwaro to translate what Dr. Besigye has been saying, let me just read a question here from one of our listeners, Patrick Odon. Dr. Besigye, maybe you note this, you will answer after translation from Dr. Ekwaro. He says, Dr. Besigye, as an ardent NRM supporter, I want to applaud you as the NRM National Political Commission Emeritus and Bush War hero. My question is why you have a record of always attempting to break up institutions that you have been part of, starting from NRM in 1999, subsequently FDC2. Does it mean you are not an institutional builder? Secondly, can the good doctor comment on any success he has achieved from his ever-changing defiance campaigns? If there is no success to report, then I suggest that you retire quietly to your farm in Rukungiri. That is a question from one of our listeners, Patrick Odongo Lango. Dr. Ekwaro, me Gonkong, look, Dr. Besigye, Dakira Beach. Eka oche miyo kare but ochalo kende cha medako.
Oye moderator, plano ngiyo le mono. Era mi le water pola. Ingo me adu ko koche. Ba wot Kampala. Ka tunu ba kam dini kana ka ta ma yo ta wang ko koche. Yin pe gi woti, yini me de woti. Yen parti me di siri ko o mi obelutie. Memi meke la loka e Uganda. Pere ko kerme bero kere yo woti kere yo heri. Kita me tera ti amito kere. Do balla me ti parni. Ti yo bino dan ti ko poti yello wi wa pien. Jamo bero ti mere yi parri. Mu bero ricapol to andare tum. Mano mi po tum pien pe me ti chare malo boto tera. O tera me mirgi no ti ni mir jolo ya ko te wor. Ti kere yo heri. Eto wan jo ame utiu dong chiendi utiu ko boni kari ko no kai danam du pero hol pien jo kanu te ko bigin dong holo ko che pe o mitu mede ke yele ni yen che ngoro to gino ka mo beru gino chan na gigi mo no put pe to ka kabero wete mir jo wot bor yu eto wan utiu ko boni wan pro wo ko pien pare wan pe ko cha me wot no te ke yu eri te wot ko boni pe ha me ti Uganda kan long tiu cha here pi pe ha me yu eri kere io de tu ma ko de Uganda peni NRM ma kum Uganda long parle kiel ki ken dano family ayure na tu ma ko do yoro kena metia no tiata mi ti ko ko pien a kiel tu ta mi ro record enno kene mer tu ta mi cha ko ta ho kene ko dang wo ye ret pe ti ga no ko pien ko dang yo ni ru binu tu geri ko pe UPC eni ki rachiel yen binu wo record yore po binu ne no jona hi chawani donga mani chawani no wan ko ne kari ko binu wan ti ko wan ko bin den kita wot ki reto ka pe wor kita me nyode tum yor num yo nen kitro me we num kita me jo Uganda me de wor na nyim me ke la ha kita me wan no ko cha pe chon jo ngi ber ni jo mi runge ni mo atutu mi amedo jo wor yer me tu mi ari pe re we chiel Otera me parru binu borre ena di Besigye. E kwa yeni numi yo jonna ta kara chiel kede movement. Gino ta kwa ya gino pa. En ngwa me duke wi parri na ka chawa ni no. Yen jo ma ti me tin numi yo jo londu ya jo ta wota wa chiel i movement. Yen gino du ko bi jo ti wot a chiel. Du ka jo wota chiel. Jo do mi ru longa wa chiel man lo ni ma sarenda ni. Eto wel ene kwa ya ko che. Wanda puru kwa yara kwa che do wana mit ni wan miru mede kere bina mere FDC uno ubinu uhiho metimo nganu wa kutia wara nyimi chawa ni no wo dong bal ki kun ko ni one put pero jo mirunge ni jora meti na janan kumbini dano gi achiel ma oluoni Yusuf Nsab sibambe ko bi parliament ni ene etieme tikere government pemi to ko mane be ruba kere government ni ento wan otuko ni wan miro kwan government ameti ni ne so nyuru ni wan do porong ti yuti chame ti chara chiel kere jo men na janan kumbi pien gin miro gi pat kere ngwa wan ti omir ni otim do moni wiye ngo eno ko wo no ata mi wa da wora nyimla ko bijo program wa ko che yo ni yung radio kan o ke tatura William Man Mary ama chacha o tar wate kere o tela me FDC yung yo to wate kere luak melang ilang ko ran kanu mono cha hatu cha wa ko kita me program wa tinti am kere no
Oi Matentutwal, Honorable Francis Bushishe, maybe you have a word to the people of Lango as well.
Well, just comment about your view that Parliament is the one that has been passing some of these budgets, and so whatever goes out of Parliament is right because it has gone out of Parliament. My view is different. We are supposed to speak for and on behalf of the people, and if we don't, then you have all the sanctions that you can put against us as the people we represent, because we can make mistakes. Many of us believe that Parliament shouldn't have passed the age limit amendment, but it went through Parliament. Does it make it right because it went through Parliament? My answer is no. So at the end of the day, it is up to the people of Uganda to look through these institutions. And if the institutions are not doing what you think is right, please don't hesitate to sanction us by way of either joining the forces against dictatorship, the forces for change, including you, the journalists. Because at the end of the day, it comes back to you. You will suffer the same consequences. We live in the same country. So whether the problem is in church, for me the problem is, the challenge is not where the problem is, but whether it is right or wrong. Whether it is in the church, whether it is in Parliament, whether it is in the studio like here, wherever it is, let wrong be wrong. Otherwise, we also find challenges as members of Parliament. But maybe because a few of us are there, that's why it comes to right. Maybe some of these things will be going unnoticed. So our attempts to fight is what brings it out, so that you know that something has gone through Parliament and it wasn't supposed to be endorsed by us as members, but it went through. So we generate a debate, and this debate must come to Rango, must go to Achori, and so people started discussing it. And when the opportunities like this of our leaders mobilizing us to move, then we join and move. As long as we know that we are moving in the right direction. So me, I am here in Lango to rally you people that let's move together. The challenges are very clear. We don't need to convince you. No.
Honorable Francis Bushishe, you were in Rukungiri.
Yes.
And your clip was making round on the social media. You said that look, even the current government passed through Katonga to move to State House. And many people were wondering what you meant by that statement.
Well, historically, you know, when you cross Katonga, you take over power. So I only said we moved from Najanamkumbi and now we are at Katonga at the verge of taking over power. It's just Dr. Vese knows that after crossing Katonga, they took over power. So maybe Najanamkumbi was far from State House. We are now close, a few meters from Katonga to State House in Nakasero. So we see Museveni every morning pass by. We are planning.
Thank you very much, Honorable Francis Bushishe. Honorable Salam Musumba, Vice Chairman, not Vice Chairperson.
Yes, thank
of
you very
FDC.
much. It's always a pleasure to be here in Lango.
Maybe you be closer to the microphone.
And well, I'm happy to be in Lango again. The last time I was here, we were paying our last respects to Imad Ogwal, and I continue to bring my condolences to Lango as a region, because she was a big voice for you. And as I said then, we are still looking for voices from Lango, big enough and loud enough to talk about the national issues, not just Lango issues, to be able to mobilize the nation, because the political DNA exists. And I'm glad to see you look like one such political DNA, and a DNA that is looking for the development of an entire nation. We have had the biggest challenge that everybody has been boxed back to their villages, and so they think locally, act locally, manage locally. But the issues we must deal with are bigger than that. For me, who is family, because I have a daughter here, I actually come home from the Adupa family. So there's something that I continue to feel and see, that the voice of Lango is lost on the national policy issues, on the international policy runnings, on the statecrafts. You have been reduced to singers, sing-songing, and rationalizing, and the way the very good Odong now this morning that says actually missing the issues. You are taking a very dangerous twist in politics, and in a global world, in the knowledge world, when you begin to think that way, you will lose grip. You are not even ready for the other generation of leaders. So please, we are here as friends, we are here as family, we are here as change seekers and peaceful people, to discuss with you what do you see that we don't see? How do we plan? How do you add to the planning table of Uganda? And so we are happy to be here. We are happy to do business with you. I am particularly here to remind the people of Lango that when we formed the Forum for Democratic Change 20 years ago, I was in charge. I was the first president. I was the first chairman of this party. And our first meeting took place in Krugersdorf. Not because there were no men here, but there was a man who had gone to exile, retired Colonel Dr. Besigye, the foundation on which we built this party. I'm here to remind you, brothers, because we have a short memory, and people change words, but I'm glad I'm here, and I'll do that for you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Salamu Musumba. Aduonga Boni Ogwangso Nutiama, Governor, People's Government, Chairman FDC.
Why moderator we come more jam at the Voice of Lango Karudushu, that of John Lewa Mobino, for the work. Latame Tie Metal, we can loka Uganda, retired Colonel Kia Besigye. Melwenyer Tie PPN, Lwenyer Tie Uganda. Pierre Moko, me, Uchiako do Lwengini Museveni Loom. One hour when you come be, Karasisi Tiatello. Bino kicha one no chako na ko be lodge no patere Uganda be ena den moni atete duong ero kele lumme kala duong vino charo gi ko e kala ne ko ne kinu charo gi ko ere pio ko e pio ko ne du bojo Uganda ne o bino not iwa kara chiel mebe ko kwan tuo ni ko do tuo ne ko ti guri na parliament kadu wado obebu yelo member parliament ni peotio ne budget o otero tunga Museveni duongoke inu wano tiu yela tuo pien jo parliament ati tuo chiel biro nen tuo ni eno kwany ame tuo no bero jo me yot loche yot to ni loche pange ka me ka ko ka banga no ne pogan e loche pange o kidami o duon kere ngiro